Hi Stampers, my name is Meg. I am here in the Loven Stamp Studio and I have a project to share with you. So welcome to our Tuesday American Mornings with Meg episode. As you can see, I'm not actually live here in my studio today. I am in New Mexico, spending a couple of weeks working in the backcountry warehouse doing some sewing for Philmont Scout Ranch on historical interpretive clothing that they use in their backcountry camps. So anyway, I wanted to share some projects with you, and this particular one has been on my list for a long time because the designer series paper has been on back order. I think it was a sleeper. I think that Stampin' Up! Didn't expect it to be as popular as it was. Do you have a guess yet about which paper I'm talking about? You may or may not, because it might or might not still appeal to you. But what I'm talking about is the Moonlit Flora designer series paper. So here's two of the gorgeous prints included in here, including this really fun one here, which has this scene kind of, there, go back a little further, you can see the whole thing, the scene on it. So lots of pretty elements there. But one of the cool things about this paper is that it goes beautifully with a Fern and Flora stamp and die set. And these are the dies. I'm going to show you some tricks for these. They're very, very detailed. And if you are new to detailed dies, you will appreciate some of these tricks. They'll make your life a lot easier. And then the very pretty Fern and Flora stamp set, which has a little, I was going to say an envelope, a little box in there, which you can use for some of the greetings. But I wanted to do one that was just a little bit different. And so we're bringing in the Exciting Times stamp bundle here. And the exciting part about this is that it's a punch. So this goes together really quickly and it layers gorgeously, and it just adds just that extra little fun oomph to your card. So with that, let's get started. This is a fun fold and I think you guys are going to like it. So, all right, card base is 4¼ inches tall by 8½ inches wide. So sorry, let me just say that all again. It is 11 inches wide by 4¼ inches tall. So this is a full width of cardstock. It's basically a half sheet cut the long way. We're going to score it in half at 5½ like that. And then we're going to score it at 6¾ and 8¾ and this is going to fold back and back, okay? Like this. So it's going to work like this as our card here. You're going to see how that all comes together. First thing I'm going to do here is go ahead and seal this. You can use multi-purpose liquid glue or tear tape or Seal Plus, but it must be a strong adhesive because you want it to just stay shut. It's for the way the card works best. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on there and just fold this up flat and go ahead and set this here. So maybe I'll put a couple blocks on it there to kind of hold that in place. All right. Then I'm going to need some designer series paper, and I realize I shorted myself by 1 on this little 1-inch strip here. There we go. So I have two sizes of designer series paper. This one is 4 inches tall by 1 inch wide, and I've got 2 of those. And then I also have this piece here that is 3 by 4. And so we're going to use this on the front of our card. So now that this is nicely dried, I'm going to take our card and we're going to attach here like so, right in the center. And if this card looks familiar, I have done this design before. I'm going to go ahead and put my glue on here again. Do not go too close to the edge and don't get a lot of glue on here because you don't want it to squish where it shouldn't go. Tear tape is also a good choice. It doesn't squish around, but tear tape means you stick it and it's stuck. The nice thing about the liquid glue is that you can just twist it just a tiny bit for a few seconds to make sure that you get the placement that you're hoping for. So that's really why I love the liquid glue. I'm not good at like hitting, do you see how that was like crooked to begin with? I'm not good at like hitting the first time necessarily. I kind of prefer to give myself the chance to scoot stuff around. What do you guys think? Make sure you leave comments, say hi to each other, even though I'm not here live. You guys could be watching it live, and you can say hi and do all those fun things. So now I have a piece here of basic white, and this piece is, let me measure it, 2½ inches by 4. And this is designed to fit right here inside and not show when our card is open. So I'm going to grab 2 ink pads here. I need my Peaceful Pine and my Golden Glow, which I neglected to grab ahead of time. There we go. And these are the new fabric covered pads. So they have that cool factor to them. I have been sometimes setting them this way upside down. Yeah, that seems, I'm always afraid I'm going to get ink on things, but they seem to work nicely that way. And then the lid's out of the way and attached and so forth. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp a little floral on there and glue this inside our card. All right, I'm going to keep that stamp handy because we're going to use it one more time. So I hope everybody had a good weekend and they are looking forward to a fun week with some creativity in it. There we go. Okay, so now we have sort of the base of our card here and this fun fold opening. All right, like I said, we're going to set this aside because now we're going to bring in some elements from our exciting times. And I have a strip of basic white cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the greeting outline first, and we're going to do that here in Golden Glow. And so with these, twist, twist, tap, tap to pick up a good amount of ink, and then go ahead and stamp on your paper. They stamp beautifully. I'm really happy with them. Same thing here with the Peaceful Pine, twist, twist, tap, tap. I'm going to stamp some greenery there. And then we have, let's see, I have 2 greetings. I have Let's Celebrate and You Did It. I'm going to go with You Did It on the front and then maybe Let's Celebrate. You know what? Maybe I'll just go with Let's Celebrate, and then that way this could be a birthday card. So I'm going to go with Let's Celebrate, twist, twist, tap, tap, and pop this on here. Let's celebrate. There we go. Now, I love punches. All you have to do is turn them upside down and pop them on. When they're centered, then use 2 hands, and we have our piece already here. So such a quick way to add some fun border cut to our card. All right. Okay, let's throw our pads around apparently. And let's go ahead and work on the next part. So the dies for this stamp set are numerous and varied. So there are lots of great pieces on here. There are these dies here, which cut out, they're a little harder to see on the side. We'll look at this. These cut out the stamped ferns. So you can stamp these super detailed images and cut them out, and this flower and this flower. You can also cut out these detailed dies directly. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to bring in, I'm going to set this up over here actually so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring in my plate and set this up. And I'm going to go ahead and put our cardstock down. And then I'm going to hold off on adding our dies because the thing that I want in here is a piece of wax paper. And the wax paper makes 1,000% difference in where, how these dies cut and how easy they are to remove. So you can kind of budget your, oh, whatever. We're going to splurge. We're not going to budget our wax paper. I'm just going to put it right in the middle. And we're going to pop these on here. Now, I have a couple notes about this. So this is an acceptable arrangement for die cutting, but not an ideal one because when you think about it, so pretend my hand is the roller that's rolling pressure across the die cut machine. When it gets here, it has to divide this pressure among this whole die. Think about when it hits here. When it hits here, this pressure is divided only among this much die as it goes along. So running your dies, especially when they're detailed, through this direction is much better than running it the other way. So I'm going to rearrange these. Let's see, I think I can do this and spread them out so that we get the best cut pressure possible. So I'm going to pop this one up here. I'm going to put this one down here, and I'm going to put this one here. So now we're still using our paper and our cardstock and so forth efficiently, but we're also sort of doing a corrected version of where the cutting pressure is going to go. So you can see this pressure point moving down and having a much better distribution of the cutting. So, all right, I usually have this kind of cutting done for you ahead of time, but I wanted to show you these, pardon my back here. I wanted to show you these because I think that it's useful. I don't want anyone to struggle with these dies. There's no reason to struggle. They are great and they cut super well. So if you're having trouble, let me give you some tips. First of all, I'm going to run this through once, twice, what the heck, we'll do 3 times. And then when I pick it up, I'm going to take a look before I go too far at the back side. And I'm going to make sure that these look like they're cut all the way through. So let me bring this back for you. And the answer to that is yes. They are clearly cut all the way through on all of these edges. And in fact, this one's just popped out already. And then we're going to pop these out. Okay. All right, look at this one's popped out already too. Okay, well, great. So the reason that they're popping out so easily is because of the wax paper. Let's look at this one here. I'm going to peel this off, and a lot of times the wax paper will separate from the cardstock. Sometimes it'll stay on there. Now, when I'm doing this, the easiest way to make sure that this comes out smoothly is to kind of crack it sideways. And gosh, that just really popped out super easily. So it's not that my Big Shot is magic or anything like that. It absolutely matters how the pressure is distributed as you go across there. If you put your die in like this and it goes across, it just can't give as much pressure to each little square centimeter of the die as it does when it goes through this way. Okay, so I hope that helps. All right, now if you're like, wow, what a pain, now you have to figure out how to get that wax paper off of there. Usually if you kind of just take your fingernail and bend a corner, it will pop right off. So let's pull that off. Like, wasn't that just super snazzy? Same thing, I'm just gonna take my fingernail and just scratch that against my finger, and that is gonna pop off too. So don't like work too hard to peel these guys. They're pretty easy. And let's see what happened to this one. This one too. So this one I'm going to have to use my take your pick tool to just pop it out, but that is so slick, and there's only one little chad left. And then same thing, I'm just going to use my fingernail to brush that against my finger, and it is going to pop off super easily. Yay! All right, now you're thinking, Meg, why didn't you put adhesive sheets on the back of those so that they would stick really well and you wouldn't have to worry about gluing? The answer to that is I want some of them to go out into the open and just sort of hang around. And so I don't want adhesive sheets on the back because I don't want it to glue where it shouldn't go. So this piece here is going to overlap. I love having things overlap this edge. It makes the visual interest a little bit better when the card is open. And so we're going to pop our pieces here behind like so. This one's going to pop out over the card. This one's going to be up here on the inside. And these colors, of course, for the cardstock are Golden Glow, Peaceful Pine, and Old Olive, and they come directly from the Designer Series paper. If you didn't know, the Designer Series paper colors are always listed, focus, on the back of the Designer Series paper package, or they are in the book. Let me see. Okay, I'm trying to like hold these in place. There we go. They are in the book on the page with the Designer Series paper. So here is, for example, Moonlit Flora. It tells you what the colors are in there. And then they're also on the Sweet page. So I wish if I was going to add something to these books, I would put the Sweet page on the page here so it's easy to refer back to, like, say you're looking for samples of these things. So I'm going to come to Sunset Flora, well, Moonlit Flora. It must be the last one. There we go. And then these colors are listed right here again. And if you didn't know about this page, this picture right here in the background, this is something that the artists at Stampin' Up, the art team, uses when they're doing design boards. If you ever like had an upholstery, a interior design thing where you had a design board with colors and textures and stuff, this is a little bit of a design board that the Stampin' Up art team uses to design a suite. And so they decided to put those photos in here with this book, and I love seeing them. I just think that's a really fun insight into how the design for these suites was built. So all artists, not AI. So we're happy to have amazing artists on our team. All right, so now I've got these set where I want them. I am going to add dimensionals, and check this out. Way more dimensionals than I usually would. I feel like I am dimensionaling with abandon Here we go. I'm gonna make sure that they are still covering. Here we go, put one more over here. All right, that's a lot of dimensionals for me. I know you're like gasping. I'll probably see it in the comments later. Meg, so many dimensionals. How could you do that? I know, but it's better than gluing tiny pieces, right? And you can see like these pieces are not gonna come off. They're just really pretty and like sort of extra floppy. And then I'm gonna put in our greeting here again to cover up all those dimensionals. And none show on the back. So we're gonna make sure that our card doesn't get glued shut. All right, we have some embellishments to add. These are the Dewdrops embellishments that are part of the suite. They may or may not be back in stock, but we have a couple other embellishments that are great. I do love these. So if they are back in stock, or you can add them to your list. Did you know that if you sign in to my online shop, then you can get Stampin' Up! To send you an email when a product that's out of stock is back in stock. It's a really great tip, and they send those emails. They're automated. They go right away, and you, as soon as you get that email, you can run in and pick up anything that you might be missing. So, all right, I'm going to take a couple of these, and you guys know that I love to do things in threes and in little triangles around our focal point. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these right here around our greeting. There's a lot going on this card. I want my embellishments to focus in on that main focal point where I want the eye to rest. The eye is going to move around the whole card, but that little triangle is going to focus the final attention, which is like, hey, well, let's celebrate. All right, so that gives you a really fun card idea. Here's another one. Just a teeny twist on it that has you did it instead. So another really pretty version of this card. All right, I hope that you guys are excited and enjoying these. I will have posts on the Loven Stamps Facebook page every day for the next 2 weeks for you guys. And I'll have a video, a new video on YouTube and blog and Facebook on Tuesday mornings for the next, well, I guess next week when I'm still out of town too. So hope you guys are having a wonderful summer, a wonderful week. Feel free to wish each other happy pre-Friday on Thursday when I get those posts put up. Otherwise, I will see you guys for a video again next Tuesday for Make Memories with Meg, and I look forward to hearing from you. So I'm still online a little bit while I'm in the kind of middle of nowhere, so feel free to reach out if you have questions and so forth. Just know that it might take me a little longer to get back to you than usual. So, all right, happy stamping, everyone, and I will look forward to seeing, hearing what you guys think about the Moonlit Flora suite. So, happy stamping.